What's up, guys? This is TKS Hobby back again with an update on that Rustler custom build. I had a minute to take a good look at it from a distance, but let's bring it up close. Yes, EC5s. EC5s. And I even modded my old Jeans Ace battery that I really should get rid of, but I figured, like I said, the wheels ain't fell off yet, so I got this one, and I said I'd throw it away once I got another one, but hey, we gonna see. Anyway, as you can see, oh yeah, I dropped my ESC down to the side. I figured I'd get myself a little lower center of gravity. I'm hoping, because the motor kind of comes out to this side, that, you know, I might be able to get away with that. If not, there's room over here. I throw a couple of weights over there and balance it back out, you know. But like I said, I got the weight slammed down real good. And yeah, I got rid of mine because I moved my ESC over there where my receiver box was. I got rid of my receiver box altogether because in order to fit this battery in, I ended up having to cut. That's actually what started this. I bought this battery. Well, you should be able to use any battery in any RC car within reason. And the Rustler, we all know, restricts you quite a bit, you know. But I went ahead on and I cut back the ESC tray. I didn't take it completely out. I cut it back so I could fit this battery in. And of course, since I did that and see how thick the battery is, and I'm gonna see how this works because I've seen some problems with this battery, but that's a whole nother story. You see how thick the battery is though, like I was saying. You can't put that old strap, this thing. You can't put this back in there. So since I can't use that no more, of course I had to do the strap mod. So I got my straps on here so I can use pretty much any battery now that I want that'll fit, because I got the extended battery bay, and thinner batteries will fit under here, but most of the batteries, you know, as long as I keep them within, within the right parameters. I always make my measurements, so I made my measurements, and this is what I ended up doing. So like my wires maybe look a little spaghetti, but this is now my waterproof battery box. It's a smiley face on this bag, on this balloon I got on here. And everything else still buttons up pretty good. My power button is on this side. Everything's kind of, you know, I can move it out of the way. If I want to just tighten it up, I can, you know, take a zip tie and lock that down like that. But I hadn't done that yet. I might do that just for the sake of argument. Just go ahead on and lock that out like that. But yeah, this is what I did. Of course, I got to go out and take a test run with it now with this battery so I can find out how this battery is going to perform. I'm going to get me some gear selections for this. I went on and ordered a 36 tooth spur gear, and I'm going to grab a 19 and 20 tooth pinion. See if I can squeeze a little more speed out of this puppy, which means, you know, I'm wind up with a tire collection. But all things in due time, because these are ballooning and ripping off the rims. I think I showed you that in the last video. I glued it back, but, you know, we'll see what happens. And I'm more than likely going to have to bite the bullet and get me some Pro Lines. I saved $320. You say $320, what does that mean? That's the cost of a Rustler. Exactly. My point being this. I know the Rustler's like $350 or $360 now, something like that. I don't know. I think it might be $320 now. $29 now. But my point is this. The only thing that's factory on here is the chassis. And these, my linkages. That's the only thing that's factory. Everything else is an upgrade. Oh, wait. I'm gonna be transparent. I don't say everything. My bulkhead is factory. So if you can figure that out yourself in case my numbers are wrong. You can look up what it costs to buy this chassis and the bulkhead. And yeah, that's what I ended up saving. And then consider the fact that you'll get your car and you'll do all of this stuff. You'll get new tires. You'll get, you know what I mean, a wheelie bar. Yeah, I bent my wheelie bar in that last thing. I was crashing. It happens. I bent the wheel on it. I just get another set of screws. But you'll spend all of this money doing all of these upgrades. And some of these upgrades can be extreme for the Rustler because of if you want to stay with all Traxxas products. Traxxas products kind of expensive. But, you know, you can, like I said, do your eBay thing and you can come out pretty good. I think I did. And, of course, everything on here is RPM, with the exception of the Traxxas wheelie bar and tires and, you know, the factory parts and the shocks. I actually saved some money as far as my electronics go because this electronic system is not worth. I didn't pay $160, $160, $60-something, $170 after taxes or something like that for a VXL system. No, I don't have Traxxas Link and all those things, and I don't have the tunable transmission. But, you know, before they were setting up the tunable transmission, everybody was locking out the rear end to get positive traction anyway. That's really the only other thing, and that's mostly for drag racing. You want it to have some mobility, you know what I mean, in the be looser if you're going to be on the track or bashing. I kind of want mine to be all around. So I just put thick grease in my diff. And I might take some of those earplugs, and that'll give it a little bit of slip, a little bit of pop, but it'll lock out the rear end if I just decide I want to go ahead on and do that and have positive traction, which might stable it out for wheelies and stuff like that. I don't know how it'll affect it in terms of stunts if I want to do flips and whatnot. But anyway, I'm not going to continue to ramble. I just wanted to show you. Slam the weight down. Tell you about a couple of things I'm going to do in the future. And let you take a quick look at it. Oh, yeah. Y'all saw this in the video. This is from the Rustler 4x4, this wing, just for the sake of information. This is from the Rustler 4x4. TKS Hobby back again. Just got back from outside, giving this thing another test run, trying to get it dialed in. Man, dropping that ESC down to the side like that, night and day, it's incredible the balance, how evenly this thing runs now, how much control I have now. It's just like way better. You know, I blew that tire. They still on here because you know how we do. We blow a tire, we take some CA glue it back together and keep on ripping. But I just had to tell you guys, man, this thing, I'm real happy with it now. The way it handles is really great. I'm glad I picked these tires. They're working out just fine. Now that I glued that one tire that was giving me trouble, I haven't had any problems with the others. But as you see in my video, I can't jump. I cannot jump this thing. When I did get the one decent jump I got, and the few times I came off the ramp, you could see though that it didn't have that wiggle that the Traxxas Rustler will have. A lot of times coming off the jump, it'll wiggle like, you know, it's trying to find its balance. Putting that ESC on the right side where the motor, you know, comes out on the left side, it just seems to have balanced this thing. And I went down, you know, because I put the wheelie bar up for jumping purposes. I went down the road, and of course it's a windy day, and it got that wheelie and it caught that wind, flipped over, lost some body clips. Got myself a nice little bit of road rash. But the body held up fine. No cracks, no breaks, nothing, man. People say these summer links are garbage and they crack up, but if you do this, it's a different story. So, yeah, man. I got a good ride out of this thing. As you see now, I'm starting to get starting to show some signs that I've been out here with this thing. This battery, it worked out pretty good. I say I actually got about 15 minutes of run time. I was able to get some good speed rips up and down the road, and like I said, I was out there jumping, well, really for about 10 minutes. I kept crashing, so then I had to walk and get it. Crash, walk and get it. But you know what they say, if you ain't crashing, you ain't bashing. So, you know, I enjoyed this thing, man, today. It was too windy to get out there, but you know how it is. The RC hobbyist in you overrides your common sense a lot of times, and you'll go out there and you'll do something just plain stupid and come back with a pile of parts talking about I gotta rebuild. But that didn't happen to me because I really couldn't get, you know, any real air under it. So my crashes were minimal. Plus I am RPM'd out, you know, so it helped a lot. Obviously, RPM is the way to go. The thing looks like brand new still, no broken, and I kept hitting the rear end. The Traxxas wheelie bar is tough on its own, and I got that RPM. Oh, it ain't even snapped together, y'all. I don't have it snapped together. Let me snap it together. There we go. Yeah, it kept unsnapping. That's why I had to raise it up. I had it down low like this. It kept unsnapping, man. So I had to raise it up for the jump session. But once I got through jumping, I did me some more runs with this thing, man. And it really did well. Up and down the road, it was nice and stable. I mean, the handling, like I said, it was like night and day, man. Night and day. Did my share of flips. You can see I got road rash all over this thing. You know, the wing is is nice and road rashed. Of course, you can see the top is well touched up. I got right here. These are the areas, obviously, that it's going to wear through. I thought it would wear through right here on that long slide, but I'm pretty sure this body's PVC and not Lexan. But it's fairly thick PVC, so it didn't go through. But I can see that it's gonna flipping like that, because I mean I slid upside down for a good distance. So I ain't gonna ramble on, but I enjoyed this thing. Just wanted you guys to get a quick update on how I felt about it. Seems like the battery's gonna work. I love the fact that I moved my ESC down to that side. It gave it so much more stability, so much more handling. So yeah, this is TKS Hobby with the Traxxas Rustler custom build, completed and tested. She's ready to rock. So like I said, don't forget to like and subscribe, and hit the notifications bell. This is TKS Hobby saying have a blessed day.